What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, and today we're here with another video, and today we're going over my playoff first round predictions. I'm super excited that the playoffs have started again. But yeah, we'll just get straight into it, honestly. But we'll start with a recap of the play-in and how I went in my home predictions. So I went 5 out of 6. The only game I didn't predict was the Grizzlies versus Mavericks, where the Mavs won, where I predicted the Grizzlies to win. Other than that, I got pretty much all the seeds correct. So I got, Mavs versus Kings, which I got wrong, which was Mavs won when I thought Kings would win. So I got all the seeds correct. So the 7 seed I got right. I got all the seeds correct. So the 7 seed in the East, I said the Magic would be, yep. I got the 8 seed in the East, which was the Heat. I got that 7 seed in the West, which was the Warriors, and the 8 seed in the West, which was the Grizzlies. But yeah, let's just get straight into the playoff predictions. So we'll start in the Eastern Conference with the 1-8 matchup. It's the Cavs versus the Heat. Should be a ripper series, I actually think, because I think that, you know, the Cavs have one of the best backcourts in the league with Garland and Mitchell, and they have a very good front court with Mobley and Allen, and they also have DeAndre Hunter, was a great pickup at the deadline. But the Heat have some hoopers, man. They've got Tyler Hero, who's been playing crazy. He went crazy in the play-in to lead them to the 10 seed, from the 8 seed, from the 10 seed. He dropped 38 in the first game and 30 in the second, and he's just been going crazy this season. He's been really one of the best players in the NBA. Honestly, very surprising how well he went. But yeah, Tyler Hero has been pooping. Bam Adebayo has been really good on the defensive side of the ball. But I do think that the Cavs take this series. I think they take it in 5. I think the Heat steal the game, but because of Tyler Hero and Davion Mitchell's very good as well in the plans. But yeah, I do think that the Heat steal a game and the Cavs win in 5. I'm pretty much everyone has the Cavs winning. But for the 2-7 matchup, I've got the Celtics versus the Magic. The Celtics are my championship favorites right now. You know, they've got the best starting 5 in the league with Holiday, White, Tatum, Brown, and Porzingis, and they have some great bench pieces. They have the 6th man of the year, in my opinion, in Peyton Pritchard. They have Sam Hauser. They have Al Horford. They have Luke Cornett. They're all very good players. They have a very deep team, the Celtics, and in my opinion, they are the championship favorites. The Magic are a good team. They've just been rattled with injuries this year. Obviously, Jalen Suggs is out, I think, for the entire season. But yeah, Powell and Franz, 2 very good players. Their role players stepped up in the playing game with Cole Anthony, Anthony Black, and Wendell Carter Jr. But I do think that the Celtics get it done just because they're the better team. I do think, considering that the Magic did win the season series 2-1 over the Celtics, I do think that they steal a game again, because I think that Celtics always just drop one game in the first round for whatever reason. They did it last year. They're probably going to do it again this year. But I do think that the Celtics win in 5. Then the 3-6 matchup, there's always been a game of this, but it was the Knicks versus the Pistons. The Pistons, they were up in the game, but the Knicks came back with a 21-0 run in the fourth quarter to win the game. But yeah, I think that was mainly a lack of experience for the Pistons in the playoffs. Like, the most experienced players are Tim Hardaway Jr., Malik Beasley, and Tobias Harris, who are all pretty good today. But then the inexperienced players like Cade Cunningham, who's never played in a playoff game before, obviously, and like other rookies like Ron Holland, Jalen Duren, like, they weren't very good today. But you know, it's fine. It's their first playoff game. It does take a while to settle to playoff conditions. I do have the Knicks taking the series in 5. I actually do have them quite convincingly winning the series because of their playoff experience. Obviously, they have Jalen Brunson, they have Cat, they have OG Anunoby, they have Mikal Bridges. These guys have all been in the playoffs before multiple times, and I think that their playoff experience will do them justice, and they will win over the Pistons in 5 and advance to the second round. Then the 4-5 matchup. I think this is probably the most interesting matchup in the Eastern Conference. It's in Pacers versus the Bucks. Game 1 is already finished. Kyle Kuzma was horrendous today as the Pacers won. Giannis was still doing Giannis things. He dropped 36, I'm pretty sure. And but yeah, the Pacers just depth, and overall, you know, they have so many good players. Just beat the Bucks. But obviously, you know, Damian Lillard in game 1, that could be a huge deciding factor into who's going to win this series, because he is either returning game 2 or game 3 according to Shams. Should be pretty interesting. Like, he was on the bench today. He's trash talking to Halliburton, and like, you know, it's exciting to see if he will come back and play a major part in this series. I think he will. But I still do have the Pacers winning. I think their overall depth over the Bucks will get them the job done. I do have the Pacers winning in 7. I think that the Bucks are a good team with Giannis and Dame, like a very good team, you know. But I do think that the Pacers' depth and experience as well. Honestly, like last year they went to the Eastern Conference Finals. I do think that I do have them advancing to the second round in 7 against the Bucks. Should be a ripping series, I think. Now it's the Western Conference where all the series are really like quite close, except for probably the 1-8 matchup, which is we'll get to now, which is the Thunder versus the Grizzlies. The Thunder are a very good team. They've got SGA, the MVP this year. I mean, he's definitely almost definitely going to win MVP. They've got J-Dub, they got Chet, they got iHeart, they got so many good players on that team. The best team in the NBA for a reason. One of the best net ratings of all time, I'm pretty sure. They went 68-14, which is insane. And then the Grizzlies almost won to the 7th, which I'm sure that they would have loved to win that game, because facing the Thunder in round 1 is very difficult. But yeah, they are a good team as well. They've got really good pieces. Obviously, they fired their coach not too long ago. But the difference between the 4 seed and the 8 seed was 2 games. So this is not a bad team. This was the difference between them facing the Thunder and winning and having a home playoff series was 2 games. So they're still a very good team. I do have the Thunder winning in 5. I do think the Grizzlies can steal a game when Ja, Desmond Bane, Jaren, they all go off. I do think that they steal a game against the Thunder, but I do have the Thunder winning in 5. Or you know what? Let's do a sweep. I do think that the Thunder sweep the Grizzlies as my only sweep in the first round. Then the 2-7 matchup, which is going to be very interesting. They got the Rockets and the Warriors. The Rockets quite inexperienced, really. That's probably the reason that most people are picking the Warriors here. They've got the only experienced players they've really got are Fred VanVleet in the playoffs, who's won a title, and really no one else, like maybe Steven Adams. But the rest of their guys are pretty young. Şengün, Green. They've all been very good this year. And the Rockets are a very good team. I do think that the general media is underrating the Rockets a little bit, because they finished as the 2 seed in a stacked conference. It's a very good conference. As I said, you got the Warriors and Nuggets, all these teams. They're very good teams, but the Rockets finished above them all. So so I do think that the media are underrating the Rockets here. But the Warriors, they have 2 of the best playoff people in the NBA, honestly, like Steph Curry and Jimmy Butler. Jimmy and Steph, they both went crazy in the play-in game. Both dropped, I think Steph dropped 37, Jimmy dropped 38. They're both amazing players. So I do think that I will have the Warriors advancing over the Rockets in 6. I do think that the lack of experience for the Rockets will hurt them in this series, and that the Warriors can feed off this. They have Jimmy Butler, who's been to 2 finals. They've got Steph Curry, who's been to 5 and won 4 rings. But yeah, I do think that the Warriors get the job done over the Rockets in 6 games. Then we have the 3-6 matchup, which we saw game 1 of today, and boy, wasn't that interesting. I was heavy on the Lakers bandwagon, but over the Timberwolves. But Timberwolves, they won a game today, so we'll see how that goes. But I think that the Lakers, they have LeBron, Luka, and AR-15. They are very top heavy. They really do not have much depth. Jackson Hayes is their starting center. That's not a very good starting center. But the Grizzlies, they want to run. Not the Grizzlies. What am I saying? The Timberwolves. They have some depth. They have very good players in Ann and Julius Randle is okay. Naz Reid was very good today. And they have lots of depth. They have Donte DiVincenzo off the bench, Mike Conley off the bench. They have some very good players. So I do think that this is going to be a very interesting series, but I am going to take the Lakers in 7 because I do think playoff Luka is a real thing. He is absolutely insane. Obviously, I watched a lot of Mavs games growing up and in the past few years, but he is just a killer. He loves facing the Timberwolves in the playoffs. Rudy Gobert, especially, he beat him in 2022 when he was on the Jazz, and then last year, obviously, went crazy in the Western Conference Finals. But I do have the Lakers winning because I do think playoff Luka comes to town and wins them the series. I have the Lakers winning in 7. That should be a ripper series again. And finally, the final series we're going to talk about, probably the best series of the bunch in my opinion, especially after game 1. That was a crazy game 1. We have the Nuggets and the Clippers. The Nuggets, they're the best player in the world, Jokic, and he's a very good player. Like I said, he is just levels above everyone else in my opinion, levels above Shea in my opinion. But he was instrumental in getting them the win today. They have Russell Westbrook, who I know has some good moments, but also comes with the bad moments. But he's the guy that's gonna fight till the end. He's not gonna back down. And then you have Jamal Murray, who's a very good playoff player. You've got Michael Porter Jr., who's decent. He got benched today, but that's a different story. I think he can be a very important piece on this Nuggets team. And you got Aaron Gordon, who's also very good today. But yeah, they're coming up against a red hot Clippers team with Kawhi Leonard, who's looking like his old self. They've got James Harden, who's been balling lately as well. He dropped 37 in the final regular season game, and then they've got Norman Powell, who's been playing very well. But their defense is what stood out. Has been what has stood out. Like Chris Dunn has been unbelievable on the defensive side of the ball. Their wings like Derrick Jones Jr. They've been very good. So I think this is going to be an absolute ripper series. I'm going to predict it goes to 7 as well, but I'm going to take Denver in 7. So I think that Jokic carries them because he is the best player in the world. I do think that Jokic carries them to victory and to round 2 to face the Thunder. So yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know your predictions down in the comments, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.